This is an assortment of things of a symbolic nature that I decided to send off as a Eid gift to Unicole Unicron and Unicult. Now, there, of course, is a set of Christmas decoration foam sticker things. I may, for symbolic reasons, add more than one grouping of them. I'm sending this off during Ramadan, so burnings, blessings, as in the scorching of black alchemy, if you know what that means. I don't know if I have to explain that. The intention is for this to be on the holiday that starts the 10th month. And so I've included a card. I'm paying the flat rate, so I'm not including any note. I think they're the same scent. A travel prayer. Gender neutral, of course. How do you say that? Subhanallah sakralana hadawama kunalahu mukrenina wa inna rabbina munqalibun. And of course, this is a very modern supplication, the fact that it doesn't limit things to any particular technology. And, of course, in Unicult, God is referred to as the spirit of uni, and so that applies there, because, again, there's not, it's not gender restrictive. And, of course, it the abundance and duality is part of what I might be representing here by adding more of these. Not necessarily the right number, but if you want your acres, the uni acres thing, well, consider this like a spell. Some people might take issue with the word, but it is a spell towards that end. If one can, of course, make it of spiritual principles that translate both here and hereafter in spiritual terms. And speaking of spirituality, the undefiled knowledge, so the consciousness of it, and the action of it, the state of absolute righteousness, I call it, the surrender. I may explain it better in the thing. So here's a not factory-made ring, but so going outside of the glitter of things to form a basis in the blood. I mean, there's not blood on here, it's just red coated wire, right? I don't know if you can scratch it off. Yeah, you can scratch it off. But, yeah, one goes beyond the illusions and delusions that the media, including the so-called minority media and stuff like this, might put on a person, and getting in touch with your real being, which is in touch with Earth, which gives a sense of security, because that's what hematite means, right? Or hematite means other things too. I've done other videos on, I'll do a more detailed hematite symbolism video. I don't think I've done one yet. And weaving, of course, which relates to Tantra. The binding, perhaps you could say, the yoga. So left-hand path and right-hand path can be connected to this, but a security in the reality of the potency of one's own being, which, enhances the reputation. Not just some shallow number thing, but enhances the reputation. And, of course, family things. Now, regardless of one's past and what one has been through, chastity is a spiritual principle. And I don't mean, like, for example, because, she got married and had a baby. It doesn't actually say that it was a virgin birth in the initial parts of things, right? It just says that she didn't know about having a spouse. So, Unicole posted a video, and I'm not sure if it's left up, but distress over not meeting some sort of deadline about that sort of thing. But develop yourself to the point where you're going to, end up with a good person paired off or whatever. And, then you really can actually develop the spiritual child. I've talked about that in my video, what I did. This isn't a letter. So from the 23rd of the 10th month of 1434, and, okay, well, I didn't get this out 2 years ago. I guess I decided on giving Unicole another painting, which I've posted about that. But anyways, it is what it is. The sigils of renunciation, you could say, number 64, 65, 63, 67, 66, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Not renunciation, the identification. So the angels or the aliens or whatever you want to call it. This is a modern Age of Aquarius sort of thing going on. And as you slip away and the further work is to be done, you're doing something past your roles. If you end up dying, this is, again, something that, you're going beyond your names and the physical terms. And of course, you're using them, of course. Your animal nature is exalted. And the lions turn green. The Age of Aquarius, the bowl is red now. Kind of like the letter K. So the hand, it's all in one's hand. How you translate over. And that Egyptian myth right there of rising from the first piece of land. And some cards, I guess you can even represent the material universe as is with all its components. That you've clothed yourself in the terms of this material universe. But you come from the star, you return into the star, and typically the idea is that you're returning into the star. The sevenfold way, the alchemy has reached its completion. But if you're live, there's work to do. You dance upon your construction of consciousness, upon a mental relationship that translates things over. And I said that one is in accord with the light beings, the genderless aliens, I guess some people would call them, which is perfectly fine. The sickle, so again, you have a lunar principle, which is fine. We're not judging negativity or positivity.